y'all, I'm Danielle Bennett, also known as Diva Q, and I'm going to show you how to perfectly carve up a whole roast turkey and a spatchcock turkey so you can have the perfect Thanksgiving. We have a beautiful whole roasted turkey right off the Traeger grill, and now it's time to carve it up. So this is how I like to carve a whole roast turkey. I've got a lovely boning knife here. First thing I do is actually release the legs. Just the easiest thing to do first off. Turn the legs towards you and then take your knife and go right behind the back of the leg. And as you take it away, pull it towards you. And you can see that if it's cooked properly, it's gonna come apart really easily. Now, once you have that beautiful big piece off, set it to the side. Do the same thing on the other side. Once you have these two pieces off, so this is the leg and the thigh together, what you want to do is come in with a heavier duty knife, like a chef's knife, and you want to cut right at the base where that leg is. And you can see you'll have a beautiful turkey leg just like that. Set it to the side. You may want to trim up a little bit around the thigh just to make it look a little prettier. Don't throw these little bits out. Put that to the side and do the same for the other one. Look how pretty that is. And then tidy up the thigh just a little bit. Okay, so we've got the thigh, we've got our two beautiful legs. Let's get to the rest of the bird now. It's gorgeous, it's succulent, but we want to make sure that we get all these parts off. So if you come right behind where the top of that wing is, make a little cut, and you want to pull it apart. You can actually see that if you pull it apart just ever so carefully, you're going to see the top of the joint right there. Come in with either your boning knife or your chef's knife and follow along. It's not hard, but you want to pull it away so the joint's completely exposed so you know where to cut, right there. So now you have your whole beautiful wing off. Put your wing down on the cutting board and do the same on the opposite side. Got our two beautiful wings. So once we have our beautiful wings on there, then we've got the rest of this. So this big part right here. Now, if you've got a really nicely roasted bird, you can actually pull this right off, okay? Now, these parts, all these little parts that I'm pulling off and moving to the side, they're ideal for soup for the next day. So just come through with your knife, cut right around the rib cage, makes it a lot easier, okay? And pull off and get rid of all those little bits. Because what we're gonna be left with at that point is the actual breasts. Now, the breasts themselves will then sit a little bit nicer on the cutting board, making it a lot easier for this next step. So all of our bits over to the side, we're left with this. And this is my favorite part of the whole bird. Grab your boning knife. And here's what you want to do. A lot of times people would just cut slices right here. It's not going to be as nice though, that if you go like this instead, with the boning knife, follow along and remove that breast right off the bone. Just like that, see? Super easy. So we've got one beautiful juicy turkey breast. Flip it around. You want to follow that bone again, and you want to remove the other part, okay? So right off of that bone, you want to cut that turkey breast. Really simple, follow the bone line, not hard at all. Okay, now once you have all that, you're then left with this carcass. Once again, perfect for soup, set it to the side. And we have that last turkey breast. So you're gonna cut off the excess skin. And I do believe that if you're the cook and you got to do the cooking, you get the extra skin, or you can put it on the cutting board. And now we have these two beautiful big breasts. They're gorgeous and they're ready to be cut. The reason I like this cut is because I don't like giving just one person or two people just the skin. We want to get beautiful, even slices. So go in about every ½ inch, slice them down, straight down as you can see. And what that does is it gives every single person that gets a piece of that breast meat a lovely slice that has skin on it. Every single piece. So now I have this beautiful turkey breast. You can either grab it with your hand or grab it with a chef's knife, which makes it a lot easier to kind of transfer over to your pan or your platter, whatever you're using. Okay, nice and beautiful. Look at how succulent and moist that is. I mean, that's literally what we want, right? We want to serve beautiful turkey, lovely, succulent, and moist. It's time to make your cut up turkey pretty. I gotta zhush it up a little bit because you know what? It's the holidays, you gotta zhush. And zhush I means I don't know, add some herbs, make it pretty, you know, get that presentation down pat. So, you know what? Go get you some parsley. Go get some greens, okay? Look at how gorgeous this is, you know? Get some goodness going. I've got some beautiful greens. I've got some really aromatic, you know, herbs that I like to use. And it's the holidays. I think you should put in a little more effort, people, okay? You know, the holidays only come around once a year, every year. But I think it's well worth it to add in some greens. And, you know, you get those Instagram pictures ready. Good to go. You know, get it pretty. Once again, we have cut apart this gorgeous whole roasted turkey. We've added in all of our herbs. Last thing I probably would do is still go back to the rub again. And it's just like a finishing touch for me, always. Just a little bit of rub on everything. I think it just adds such a nice finish to things. And that little kick of herbs and, you know, salt and pepper, it's perfect. We just finished how to carve a whole turkey. This is how you carve a spatchcock turkey. All right, when it comes to doing a spatchcock turkey, it's like super easy. Go right behind the thigh. Okay, pull it right off, flip it over, and you're gonna cut in between the leg and the thigh, right there. I've got a platter over here. Pop those on for now. I'm gonna do that to the other leg, right behind the thigh again. Flip it over. Got another beautiful leg right there. Another beautiful smoked, gorgeous, delicious thigh. And then you've got this big part to deal with. This is where people get kind of intimidated, and you don't have to be. Take your knife, go behind the wing. Cut right there. Lay your knife down and then just pull that apart. You can actually see it pulls right off the joint. Super simple, right there. And then all you have to do is take your knife, go right through. That's a whole wing. Beautiful, okay? Then come in on the other side. Once again, come up on the breast just a little bit. Once again, pull it apart, and you can see the joint pulls right apart right there. Come in with your knife. Done again. Take this bottom part and discard it or save it for soup, okay? Got our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wings there, right there. Now, the last part, everybody loves a good turkey breast. So here's how I do it. Come with your knife, go down one side, turn this around, go down the other side. So basically what you've done is you've just removed that center bone, okay, right there. Just put it to the side for now. Then what you wanna do is you come through, and I've got a boning knife for this, take it off of the bones right there and get rid of them. That's then a whole breast completely taken off. Once again, take it off the bones, pull it off to the side. And then what you're left with is these two gorgeous breasts. I like to cut them straight across because then equal skin distribution, everybody, okay? Just like that. Ooh. And if there's bits on the cutting board, just let you know they're cooked straights and you're fully entitled to them. So we've got our beautiful turkey. We've got our breasts completely cooked and cut. Take your knife, slide it right underneath, put it on the tray, just like that. Same thing on this one, slide your knife right underneath, take it, lift it right over onto the tray, and then clean your cutting board off a little bit, just like that. Grab this big tray, and let's make it a little pretty. I think it's really nice to dress up your board and get it all ready to serve. I think it's really nice to have some sage and some bay leaves and tuck all the greenery in, because of course we had that delicious brine in there. It has a whole bunch of herbs in it. I love the green pops of color as well. And I think it's just much more festive overall for your holiday platters. Now, once you're done that, because we're actually using a brine that has some oranges in it, get some fresh citrus on here. Pop up the color a little bit more. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it really does have to be delicious. I'm gonna sprinkle with a little more of the Traeger rub because I think it looks good and it adds that little pop at the end. And there you go, everybody. Completely cut up, gorgeous spatchcock turkey. So this is how we do it, everybody. Beautiful birds, whether you spatchcock them or whole roast them on the Traeger grill. This is how we cut them, present them, delicious goodness for your holiday feast. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know, drop us a comment, let us know what you think. This is how we do it. We want you guys to cook better and cook well every single time. And this is how we carve perfect roast turkeys for the holiday season.